Hi artista, let me show you how to do cute, easy bunny ears. For the first steps, we're using a sponge, and I'm gonna put water on my sponge so I can grab colors from my cake. Let me show you what cake I'm using. So I'm gonna grab just a few of these colors because the sponge is small and I don't think I'm gonna be able to grab all the colors. Going back and forth, grabbing the pigments, a little more of the light colors. Here I have. I'm gonna sponge and let me show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sponge around here, here, and then come back into the ears. So let me sponge the on top of my eyes like so. When I'm doing tutorials and painting my face, I try to don't go all the way down to my eyelid. Just grabbing the pigments and sponge there. Okay, let me grab a little bit of my pigments from my shadow so I can keep moving my steps. 1 second. I'm gonna grab a little bit of these pigments just to place it right there and I can keep moving to the steps. Okay, now when I already have these like that, I'm gonna grab a filler brush and I'm gonna use this super nice color. What I do sometimes when I like the color but I want to make it more pastel, I just grab a little bit of white on my brush and I go on top of my cake and I just mix the colors so I can make my pigments a little more pastel. You don't have to do it, but I like to do it sometimes, and I feel it's fun when you can change color by just adding black or putting white, depending on what you want to achieve. So here I have it, and this is what we're gonna do. Going around here, just framing the whole thing like so. Going then the other side. I'm not going down because I don't want to cover what I already sponged, so I will stay there and I go a little bit here, and with my sponge I just blend a little bit here, just a little bit, so the ending line right here is not too precise, which I don't like it. Just go and do this kind of blending movements and it's not gonna suit, so it's not gonna be so precise. Okay, now let's move to the ears. This is what we have so far, and let's do the ears. So here, this is the middle. I'm gonna try to stay away from the middle and do ears this way and ears that way. Okay, so going from here, and let me do the other line so you guys can see. Going up, 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 down, down, down. Same thing on the other side. Up, 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 down. And keep in mind how much space you have. You can always go bigger if you have more space, or you can always go smaller if there is not a lot of space. So just use what you have. And here I'm going down and make a shape right like that, so it's more thick in this part. Same in the other side, kind of like that, because right here in that little empty space I'm gonna do a stroke. So, and if you with the flicks with the color wanna flick like so, one or two, you can do it, because with that we can do a flick for the hair. Now I'm gonna grab a little bit of white and do, before my paint dries, I'm gonna do a little bit of highlights here and there, so we can do it. We can see it, the highlight here and there. Like so. You don't have to do it, but I like to do it. And if I feel it's too strong, I just go and touch it a little bit here also. Okay, just for the little details right there. Now with the same brush, I'm not changing brush, I'm just cleaning my colors. Now I'm gonna do in the middle of my, right there, I'm gonna add color, which is gonna be lighter purple and lighter blue from one stroke. Try to go fast, but in tutorials I like to go a little slow so you guys can see what I'm doing. Here in the inside, just like a big teardrop, and then in a point. In the video you don't see the two tones, but in person, yeah, you will see it. So if you add one color, it's okay, but if you add like a stroke with one stroke like that, make it a little different and look nice. So I encourage you to try the inside with two colors instead of just one. Let me do another layer so we can pop the color, because my skin always eat the first layer. Like that. So now let's grab a little bit of my stencil and add a little stencil work here and there. So just to add a little something fun, and because it's gonna be fast, you can always add a little extra. So here in the inside, you can do it here or you can do it here, but I will do it inside just to have some cute stars right there. That's what I do fast, and the same thing on the other side. Okay, let's put this one on the side, and now let's do line work. I'm gonna grab a few sizes right there. I don't know if you see. I will use maybe the middle size, which is number 3, to do line work. You can do the line work on purple, you can do dark purple, or you can do the line work with black, but the classic is black, so let me stay with that. And here we go with the ears. Let's do it. So let's go and do first the ears and then the other steps. So follow everything what we draw. Follow, kind of like that. Do the same thing on the other side. I try to go lighter on this part, so I release the pressure. And here was the flick for the hair. I just do flicks here. Follow the shape here. Let's do another layer, which is gonna be to frame the eye. Now the other side. I'm filming very early in the morning because here in Texas is always super hot on summer, and in a little bit it's gonna be super hot and I'm gonna be so sweaty. There is no way I can do any tutorials. But like you see, this is so far. Let's add a little flour so we can make it more girly, okay? So you can use any flour. I have this one, which is Alaya number 6. And I'm gonna grab white and I'm gonna dip my brush on white and then purple, and the last step it's gonna be the tip of the brush with black, so I can do like a dimension on the center. That is, let me tip the brush. White, purple. The purple I use here is the same purple here. So now let's do and check we have enough paint. 1 second. Okay, let's do some flowers on here because I feel it's empty. And let's do 5 petals. Let me go closer so you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe do another one here. 6. Okay, let's do on the side the same thing just to match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. When you do tutorials, it's a little more difficult to make everything super precise, but we here and try our best. Here in the little empty space, I'm gonna add a flower, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's do another one here. Flowers are great to cover mistakes, so that's why I like to use flowers all the time. Let's do the center with a white, and this is a round brush. Remember, we live in Houston and we do face painting here. Find me on Facebook as Texas Fun Face Painting, and if you have questions to book the service, just send me a message and I can help you. Here I'm gonna do 3 or 5, 4, 5. Same here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, while I'm having the color, I will do a little highlight in the ears. Very light. Don't go super crazy because we can sometimes by touching super close to the line, the black line, we can sometimes make a mess, and it's better if you go with light hands like that. Okay, and just to do something cutesy here, I will do maybe a Tito's and Straddles. Same thing on the other side, and this can be useful all year long if you have a menu and you wanna keep like fun stuff. The ears, girls love it, boys love it. You can change the color as a blue, so it can be easy for a boy design, or you wanna keep it on pink or purple. Pretty much like that. And if you want to go more fancy, you can even do some tip dust to match the vibe here. Okay, also I don't want to forget, if you want to add the cutesy nose with the same purple, just add the nose with a, when you was doing the ears, jump right away to do the nose, and you can do a cute nose. You can do heart, or you can do a circle, and add little sparkles. The girls love it. Let me go closer. always any design look much cutesy on a little kid's face, but I like to do the tutorials and try my best to give you an idea to add new designs or just to maybe do a little update in the ones that you already use. But this one so far looks like that. I hope you guys like it. I hope you can use it in an event soon. And don't forget to subscribe, to comment what you want to see next. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, everywhere with the same name, Texas Fun Face Painting. Thank you guys for watching. Adios.